So welcome everyone. I'm so excited to be here. My name is Coach Willena McGee. I'm with Uplifted Abilities. I do business as the NEMT startup coach, and some of you all may not know what that is. That is non-emergency medical transportation. So I recently was back in, let me see, July of 2024, I received my accreditation through AAA. And I'm just here to share my success and some of the challenges that I had along the way, and to show you all how AAA has increased my revenue and my profitability by nearly 100%. So thank you for being here, and we'll get started. So again, my name is Willena McGee. I'm Coach Willena McGee. I am an RN, BSN. I've been a nurse for over 21 years now. I specialize in CCU, ICU, um, what is it? Step down units, CVICU, and dialysis. And now I work as a supervisor at a 365 bed facility. So my accreditation journey, these are the topics that we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how I started as a nurse turned entrepreneur, the challenges I face with compliance and credibility, and why I chose accreditation to build trust and standards, and what that process looked like, and how I developed systems, policies, and standard operating procedures, and how accreditation helped shift me from surviving to scaling. Let's see. All right, so this is me in 2019, pre-pandemic. I was sassy. I was living my best life. I was a travel nurse, and you can see there, I've got my bags, my Abercrombie and Fitch, and I was just enjoying my life. But I decided during the pandemic, I was working in dialysis, and I saw the effects that transportation had on patients not being able to receive the care that they deserved. They were missing appointments, individuals were late, and that cut off their treatment times. And so I wanted to do something to help my community. So I decided to start my business, J&L's Medical Transportation. This is me. And I had no idea what I was doing in this business. There was no one to help me. I I used a model that caused me to be upside down. I literally had a vehicle and some insurance, and that's all I had. I didn't know about compliance. I didn't understand about credibility. I didn't have any idea on how to run this business. I just went for it. And this is me facing all the challenges. I still said, hey, I'm going to keep moving. I was losing drivers. Drivers were not showing up on time. And it was just a mess. I had to quit my job as a full-time RN and put myself directly into my business. And when I did that, I started to realize everything I didn't have. But unfortunately, it was too late. I literally lost everything. I lost my business, and I even lost my personal vehicle through repossession and bankruptcy. Um, I, I, I had to start over. I could not accept defeat. I said, this isn't going to get me down. So I started Uplifted Abilities to help others avoid the same mistakes I made. I knew that there wasn't very much information out there, and the information that was being shared wasn't really the right information. So as an educator and advocate for patients, I just decided to take that over to entrepreneurs who are trying to do the same thing that I wasn't successful at fully completing. So I became the NEMT startup coach. Progress was very, very slow initially, and there was fierce competition in my niche. I had other individuals who had started around the same time as myself in 2019, but unlike my story, they were blowing up and they were having they were getting more vehicles and they were expanding their business. And I was just still slow and steady trying to show individuals how to set up properly. And I knew I had something special, but I still seemed stagnant. So I needed to know, what could I do to differentiate myself? And I'll just throw in there, I started this business, Uplifted Abilities, in bankruptcy, and I decided to do a $24.99 business plan. And I just resold it. And every time I sold it, I just put it back in the business. So when I started with AAA, my program was only $399. That was to keep money and revenue coming in. So I chose accreditation to help build trust and to build standards. And so that individuals will see me as a serious contender in this industry, to show them that I had navigated the process. And when I say with limited guidance, it wasn't AAA staff. It was that when you know what you have, when you know that your facility is good, when you know that you're a good trainer and a provider, it's not hard to develop a program. You just have to understand how to structure it. And that's where Wendy and Babita come in to help you to understand how to market your business and your accreditation and how to develop your program. But the actual work and the process in doing it wasn't as challenging as I thought it may have been, because I already knew all the information. I was teaching it already. So I developed systems. That's what accreditation caused me to do, is to actually develop a system, develop courses, develop policies, develop standards, so that those who are taking my courses, my mentorship as a training and education provider, that everything was standardized. And within a few months, I was accredited through AAA. And as a result, I was able to shift from surviving to scaling. I've been featured in Biz Weekly. I've been seen on USA News. I have been in CEO Times. My business has scaled from $399 to where I now offer a $12,000 complete program. And I am on track monthly. For the last 6 months, I've been right at about 10K averaging. So what has accreditation's impact on uplifted abilities been is operational excellence. I have standardized training and onboarding processes. I have improved documentation and quality controls, reduced risk, and improved accountability. And my overall operations, when I can see, I monitor and analyze what is my accreditation, how do I need to set up my programs, and then I'm able to implement new strategies and new processes to keep me excellent in that operational side. It also gives me authority and program validation. There's nothing like being invited to different events and individuals saying I'm an accredited training provider. And some will say, well, how do you know AAA is good? And I'm like, I know it's good. It's great. we are doing things. And I see the impact on my business and how it has given me the authority to speak out. And individuals really enjoy my programs because they're standardized. They know that they can gain trust from me and that my curriculum is supported. So as of now, I've mentored over 100 students. I promote faith-based leadership, and I advocate for structured, self-funded business models. Meaning, we do look for outside sources, but I show individuals how to use the money that they're getting in, instead of using it for paying themselves, but how to reinvest it into their business to create a stronger foundation for that business. So again, accreditation has truly brought me through that starting point where I was only being able to, I was challenges. I had challenges with my competition. I had challenges in my marketing. But AAA has allowed me to build a brand and an online presence, has allowed for clients to trust me, to believe in their journey so that I can help them to build better healthcare transportation systems. So I thank you all for joining me, and I hope to be able to talk to you soon.
Thanks.